I'm fully aware that when a marauder enters your system, you generally take notice. However, being a mostly solo pilot, I often wonder what it would be like to be in the enemy comms when this happens.
Connected. Channel edited. Channel moved. Channel switched. Channel group changed. Microphone activated. User entered your channel. User was moved to your channel. User in your channel is recording. User joined your channel.
Look, there's never anything shiny in this system, and all of a sudden there's a Tengu at a large plex. As soon as I undock, this could not possibly be bait. Now I know he can't light a Cyno in here, but he's probably got some crazy stupid 1000 DPS perma-run everything tank with his friend right next door, and holy crap, that was a good hit. And he has no shield. He's dead. Okay, op success. We didn't need drones. That was 3 volleys. Was he even fitted? Can you kill an unfit Tengu in 3 volleys? These are autocannons, they're not arties. Was he AFK? No, he scrammed me. He wasn't AFK. Where's my kill mark? I've never had PvP in a Marauder. There it is. Hell yeah. I've never even brought a Tempest home alive. I don't even know where the kill marks are.
Waiting for a glance at the sun, and I've been waiting for the world to spin my way. I've been waiting for a chance, and I think it's finally come. 'Cause after all, I don't care what they do, and I don't care what they know, and I don't care what they say about me now. No one can touch me now. Flying by, away from them, and no one can see me now. I'm miles above you, don't care what they're saying below, 'cause I'm miles above, I'm miles above you.
Well, boys, the ice cream truck had a good run, so we give it a glorious ending. I don't know what it is about the Cyclone that makes everybody in the world want to shoot it, but they do. And this ship is really hard to fit. Disclaimer, this fight does not contain an epic ship battle. This fight contains somebody who doesn't know what they're doing trying to fly a Marauder for the first time in epic solo PvP. That being said, this is kind of what you could expect your first engagement to be like if you're kind of just a mediocre pilot like me. I like solo PvP, but I've never flown anything this expensive before. The ship hull itself is expensive and all the modules on it are expensive. I knew when I undocked it, it was going to die eventually, so I was okay with losing it. However, I want to lose it in a good battle. I see these other YouTube Marauders, I'm sure you do too, doing incredibly awesome things, micromanaging the hell out of their ship, like they've done it 1,000 times. But the problem is, this isn't the ship you can do this with 1,000 times. It's expensive. And trying to use it on the test server is worthless because the PvP in there is garbage, it's not real, the situations are fake, and you land in every single site has a dreadnought and a carrier that will insta-blap you. This is the only real way that I'm aware of to actually practice with a Marauder unless you've got a lot of friends, but I mean, who the hell does that? Anyways, for every awesome epic PvP battle you see out there with expensive ships, there's probably about 24 of these. I'm up against a Macarial and a Legion, and later a Falcon shows up, but I don't know why, because it's worthless. I didn't expect him to come alone, so when I saw the Macarial on scan, I assumed somebody else was coming behind him. And of course, there was a Cloaky Legion, which decloaked and starts repping him. I don't know much about the Legion. I know it's really good at what it does, but I don't know what that is. It's a remote rep Legion, and holy crap, can it rep. I am shooting this Macarial straight in the face with 1200 DPS cold. And it's like nothing. Eventually I decided to switch over to Legion, but that didn't do much good. First off, I started shooting it with Fusion, which was stupid because it's a Legion, and then I realized almost immediately to switch over to something else, which in the case was EMP, because I didn't bring Phase Plasma, not that it really would have mattered, but my cargo hold is kind of tight. See, I only had about 16 3280 cap boosters when I started the fight. Well, that's good. The problem is, now this is just a race to see who runs out of cap first. And I have a really, really, really bad feeling that Legion is never going to run out of cap, because if it's what I think it is, it's probably got at least 2 large Republic fleet cap batteries, which means nuding him ain't going to do a damn thing. Nuding the Macarial ain't going to do a damn thing, because it's a Macarial, capless guns, so on and so forth with logic. I'm kind of in a predicament. What do I do? How do I get out of this? Well, here's the upside to not PvPing in expensive ships all the time. Your enemy does not do it either. And they, luckily, in my situation, do not know everything about Marauders. Such as when you turn on a Bastion module, it turns off their scram. That's something I learned in the test server. Okay, so the test server is not completely worthless. It is good for learning how to maneuver your ship, get out of tight situations, so on and so forth. But, I mean, it only goes so far. So, yeah, try it, but don't rely on it. He also forgot, what else he forgot? He forgot drugs. He said he forgot his drugs at the end of the fight. Now, he thought I was stabbed when I got away. Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry, nothing here dies. I lived, they lived, it was sad and pathetic, but I almost killed this stupid Legion twice. I think it's his ult, and I think he's multi-boxing, because when I was switched over to Legion, to get really low and then shoot back up like a rocket. But it doesn't die. Moving right along, let's skip ahead. Alright, we've skipped ahead, I think, maybe about 5 minutes, give or take. I'm a little over halfway through my cap boosters, and it's at this point where I start thinking about either doing something crazy or getting the hell out of there. I turn off my Bastion and start burning towards the Legion, kind of as a last-ditch effort to get minimal transversal and get maximum damage. The Bastion doesn't give you more damage or better tracking, it just gives you a bunch of other crap. So I knew that by turning it off I wasn't going to lose any damage. And at this moment I think, I got it. I'm going to win this fight. When this Legion dies, I'm going to kill that Mac and I'm going to sail on out of here. And he gets down into maybe 15% structure. And I don't know what they just did to strategic cruisers, but he starts tanking like the Great Wall of China. He is never going to freaking die. So, Falcon's here. I put drones on him, don't really need to, but I want to kind of keep him preoccupied, because if he is multi-boxing, I want to make sure he's as distracted as possible, because when I turned my Bastion off the first time, he did not scram me again. So I know he doesn't know, and I can get away. Thank God. Here's where I make my great escape. Turn off my Bastion, turn on my micro warp drive, and just start burning away from him. Didn't need to turn on my micro warp drive, it was kind of just a force of habit. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Oh, guys, I hope you enjoyed that kind of derpy mess, simply because it's my first time trying this, and if you've never done it before, this is kind of what you can expect. This is what happens when you're not making the super epic fights. I say a lot. He thought I was stabbed, by the way. He was how?